As big and as immersive a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 is, it's no wonder that after nearly 7 years, players keep returning to this masterpiece to either experience it once more, or to find the newest and most impressive hidden details that are out there just waiting to be revealed. At this point, there have been more amazing things found in this game than I can even count. So much, in fact, that I'm even starting to believe that Rockstar is subtly adding more and more little hidden content here and there to discover. And then again, maybe not. Maybe it really is just that big of a game. The diversity of flora and fauna is unmatched, even for the most popular AAA titles. The land and waters are filled to the brim with life. There are even legendary animals that can be hunted, as many of us know by now, but only the few and most experienced of players are aware of the few other super-sized creatures that roam Red Dead Redemption 2's rugged landscapes, sweeping vistas, even underneath its waves. The Morgan horse is probably not the most popular choice among gamers, but that's not to say that it isn't one of the most unique breeds of horse in the game. They're often dwarfed by other passing riders and aren't very special or appealing in any way, but then you come across a more impressive specimen. The same type of horse can be found to spawn from time to time as a larger version of itself. Just look at the difference between this Morgan horse and this other. One is significantly smaller, while the other one is the horse she tells you not to worry about. This is something that's been noticed in other larger horse breeds in the game, but aren't as noticeable as it is with the Morgan horse. There's even a secret fish that can be caught that puts any of the legendary ones to shame. There is a process to catching it, but don't worry, it's fairly simple. First, what you want to do is come back to this little fishing hole that Kieran likes to use so he can watch his boyfriend go for a little swim. Unfortunately, the weirdo nudist dude will have to swim past you again, and even worse, will swim ashore to reveal his birthday suit to you. While he's there swinging around, he'll mention that he had just recently seen another monster-sized fish in the same exact area that Arthur and Kieran caught the legendary bluegill. Only this time, it's something bigger. From here, many players have caught the elusive, huge smallmouth bass. Although, I'm not sure why it's described as only being 5 pounds. I'm no expert, but I can certainly tell that that's not a 5-pound fish. Anything over 20 or 30 pounds maybe at the very least. Have you ever caught this big boy? Let me know in the comments. If you're playing a game like this, then that means you're cool with extreme gory elements. And that is just sickening. But it's okay, I'm a sicko too, I guess. And only the sickest of all freaks would know about this next detail that was probably programmed by some bored dev while working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and happened to be a Quentin Tarantino fan. If you continuously fire rounds into your test subject's face, you'll notice that on the 4th shot, there will suddenly be no more face. Yeah, I'm sure by now many of you know about this gross little feature, but what I'm willing to bet is that most players wouldn't know this is also a hidden reference to the scene in Quentin Tarantino's cult classic, The Hateful Eight, where Samuel Jackson's character, Major Marquis Warren, blasts off Senor Bob's face.
4 measly bullets, and there goes Senor Bob.
This is something I mentioned in my video from a few months ago where I found and explained all of the hidden references to the Hateful Eight in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you haven't already seen that and want to, you'll find a link to it in the description. Anyone else watching this video love dinosaurs? I don't care, I'll admit it, I am a dinosaur fiend. Ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed with paleontology, and now that I'm a grown disgusting man, I'm still bonkers over them. So upon discovering that each of the so-called dinosaur bones weren't actually dinosaur bones at all, but of various types of megafauna, I was slightly disappointed, but at the same time full of absolute blistering laughter listening to this woman's howler monkey impression. The Stegosaurus bone handle knife isn't even a Stegosaurus. Like, oh bitch, seriously? Couldn't one thing here be actually authentic? The truth is, this is just a piece of a coyote's jawbone, if you haven't already noticed this before. It's still one of the most badass melee weapons in the game, just not quite as old as originally thought. I think it's safe to say that after all these years later, this game has completely exceeded any expectations anyone might have had, including my own. It takes ultra realism to a whole new level, and an impressive in-game feature I recently discovered is a great example of that. If someone's horse is shot out from underneath them, they can become pinned under the weight of their collapsed horse and struggle to break free. I mean, the physics and reactions of NPCs in this game continue to astound me. Their intelligence is unmatched from any other game prior or since. They're more than just mindless computer-generated pixels. It's scary sometimes just how capable the AI is in Red Dead Redemption 2. They are capable of the ability to remember you and your actions.
left. You killed my cousin, you sick son of a bitch!
For instance, if your wanted level is high enough, random people you interact with or passerbys out on the old dusty trail might recognize you.
Hello, mister.
Keep your distance from me. I know you wanted.
Howdy.
Folks been asking around for someone who looks just like you.
Hey there, partner.
I'd be careful around here if I was you. The picture is mighty popular.
Tread soft. I think dangerous folks out looking for you.
Hey there, mister.
Seen some posters. Ought to make you nervous, friend.
Keep your distance now. I know you look for in these parts.
Hi there, mister.
Careful out here, friend. You seen the Lord decided on a price for you.
Just as NPCs will recognize you for your bounty, they will also comment on other things such as your condition, clothing, and even the horse you're riding. These small interactions may be fairly common enough to trigger, but what about while in the middle of an activity like hunting? Well, it appears they react to your hunting skills as well. After bagging your trophy, certain riders trotting past may sound off their opinions on your methods for scoring game. They are not always nice.
Hunting's more of a hobby for you, huh?
This'll do me just fine.
Hey, mister.
Ain't much game. Guess it wasn't your day today, huh?
Hell, I'm just getting started. Morning to you.
Fine haul there.
I didn't come out to kill an elephant.
Howdy.
First time hunting.
It ain't a competition, friend.
That much game is barely worth booking.
I reckon you gotta go for bigger beasts if you want to eat good.
Looks like you're gonna have some good eating tonight.
The Strawberry Shopkeeper is one of the goofiest side characters in the game and also one of the most secretive. There's a lot about him that's questionable, especially in this store encounter where he talks about the remains of a giant that have been found up on Mount Sean.
Some fella came by earlier babbling that he'd found the remains of a giant north of here. Not sure what he was going on about. Crazy old fool.
If you decide to go up and investigate for yourself, you may be unshocked to find the skeletal remains of a giant, as mentioned. It's a pretty well-known fact by now, but what I bet many players might not catch on to immediately is that this could be an Easter egg which references an American folklore legend known as Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox, as seen by the cow skull near the giant skeleton. Beside the body of who is presumably Paul Bunyan is a club that he carried at times alongside with his axe. I have another personal theory that could serve as another possible story reference to this, but that's something that I'll talk about in another video. Of all the terrible atrocities you can commit in this game, completely obliterating an entire species has got to be among the most cruel. The more recent knowledge players may have learned over the years of forcing an animal species to go extinct in Red Dead 2 is the secret challenge Rockstar created for players to kill off the parakeets. However, there's a temporary extinction feature that has been programmed for another species of animal. If you manage to kill all the bison that congregate out on the plains, they will not respawn for 5 in-game days. Is this a sort of unofficial temporary punishment? Or it could even be a hidden callback to the Manifest Destiny achievement from the first Red Dead Redemption that is unlocked for killing off the last of the bison. Have you ever happened to notice Arthur supposedly mouthing words in between reloading? It's been recorded by some players who claim Arthur Morgan counts his bullets while reloading. I'm not exactly so sure that I'm sold on this one. I never considered how this could be a plausible theory until learning that some Western lore has recounted gunslingers replacing counting the actual number of bullets with phrases of equal amount of syllables. I'll give you an example. Everybody hates Micah for fun. The only issue I have with this theory is that it's extremely difficult to tell exactly what Arthur's saying. So as far as any counting goes, it's unconfirmed unless anyone can actually hear if he's saying anything. The more believable idea is that he just may be mouthing the words to a 6-syllable phrase. And maybe he's not, maybe it's just some kind of weird glitch, I don't know. But I thought it was worth mentioning nonetheless. While recently bullying the Trapper for no other reason other than being bored, I discovered for myself a unique feature of an NPC behavior I've not yet seen. They will actually take cover behind trees when attempting to evade you. If you get too close or find where they're hiding, they'll frantically run around in random directions to find a new spot to hide in the forest. The behavior of these NPCs is something else, man. I can't imagine it getting any better than this, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see after GTA 6, if it ever f***ing comes out. And that will do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment, or consider subscribing if you want to see more. Or not, the choice is yours. Either way, I want to thank you for making it this far into the video, and I appreciate your time. Stay safe out there, and adios, amigos.
First time hunting?
Well, start running and I'll hunt you instead.